Alright, I'm looking at number 7 on the first semester review, and the question is the table below a function? Remember that if it's a function, each input only has one output. So every x value can only be paired with one distinct y value. So this table is a function because 1 only has an output of 3. The input of 3 only has an output of 7. An input of -1 only has an output of 7. And then 7 only has an output of 2. So to consider if the inverse is a function, it might be helpful to rewrite the table as a function, or sorry, as the inverse of the function. So to do that, I'm going to change my notation here and put it in the inverse notation. So I have x and then the f inverse of x. Remember that the inverse of a function, it reverses our x's and y's. So my x coordinate here where I have 1 and then 3, we're going to switch that. So my x is going to be 3 and then we'd have 1 down here. And I'm going to do that for each of these points. So here I have 3, 7. We'd switch those coordinates and it'd be 7, 3. And then I will go ahead and continue to do that. And then 2, 7 on the end. So when we try to decide if the inverse is a function, right here, if we look at these two, an input of 7 has two different outputs. 7 is going to have an output of 3, and it's also going to have an output of -1. So the inverse would